Hey everyone, happy Sunday. This is Pila here coming to you from pilagap.com. I'm on Vancouver Island on west coast of BC. As you're hopping on, let me know where you're coming in from. I'm always curious to see where you guys are all out and about. And today I'm gonna come to you with a topic that keeps coming up over and over again. I see it here and there with different leaders within my own team. So I thought I'm gonna come and cover it. This is for you network marketers specifically who have enrolled in whatever network marketing company and you feel like you don't have enough upline support or your sponsor is not supporting you. So how are you gonna deal with it and what you can do about it? I've got some awesome tips for you, so stay tuned. Hey Cindy, thanks for hopping on. So you guys, let's get going with this. I'm gonna backpedal a little bit. Myself, I'm a leader of quite a large team within network marketing for the past over 2 years now. Hey Denise. So I have a lot of people on my team and some days it's quite a juggle dealing with everyone. So us as leaders, we're always being taught, and that comes from, network marketing superstars and leaders, people in other industries, they always teach us that us as leaders need to be spending 80% of our time building our personal business, meaning enrolling people, sponsoring people, enrolling customers, selling things. 80% of our time has to be spent on our personal business. That means that there's only 20% of time left to be teaching our team, coaching them, and dealing with whatever they need to deal with. Sorry guys, I'm getting sick and my throat is like, oh my gosh, pins and needles. Sorry guys. So when your upline leader is working with this formula, 80% on their of the time they're doing their own thing and then 20% supporting their team, how are you gonna get their attention to fit into that tiny 20% of the time that they have available? So here's a few things you can do. You've got to be active. You've got to show up. Most likely you have a team group on Facebook. You've got to show up. You've got to comment on things. Even if you're not really good at sales or sponsoring yet, show up. Show that you're present. Show that you still exist, because this is how you attract the attention of your upline leader. Just get active, ask questions, do things like that. Because when the upline leader of yours sees that you are trying, that you actually are showing up, although you may not have results yet, but if they see that you're trying, if they see that you're trying to do something, the likelihood of them spending that, a portion of their 20% of time that they have available, they're going to spend it with you. So that's the number one thing. Just be active, be out there. It doesn't mean that you have to be on Facebook and on Messenger all day long, but just show up on a daily basis. Another thing, when your sponsor sends you messages asking, hey, how's it going? Just to ask truly how you are doing, not pushing the business or anything like that. Be sure you respond to them, and respond something more than just one-word answers. Good, great, thanks. Have a bit of a conversation, because if you have a good relationship with your upline or your sponsor, there's a better likelihood that you will work well together and you will produce better results together. So another thing, when your upline actually teaches you something, take the advice and implement what you have learned, because let me tell you, it's the most frustrating thing for a network marketing leader for somebody to come to them, ask a question, you give them the answer that is gonna change things for them. They say thank you, or they say no thank you, and they don't implement it, and then they come back with some other question after. So make sure that you respect their time and actually implement things that they teach you. Hey Tara, thanks for hopping on. Sorry guys, I have to keep sipping water because let me tell you, kids bring home interesting bugs. So another thing I want to really bring up, ask or reach out to your upline. Let's say that you have enrolled in a new network marketing company. You're so excited. Maybe your upline sponsor who sponsored you is not super active in the business, but somebody above them obviously must be working. Don't be shy to reach out to that person and say, hey, my name is Pille. I just joined this company. I am so excited. My upline is not really working the business. Is it okay if I work with you? Oh my gosh, I love receiving those kinds of messages because it shows me that, wow, that person is a go-getter. I better, take note of that name so that I can keep in close contact with them and work with them. So don't be shy. Just remember, your upline is just a human as well. The fact that they have a big team and so much going on, it doesn't mean that you can't just have a human conversation and introduce yourself. That's super, super important, you guys. Another thing, if you don't reach out to them, they don't know that you need help. We're not magicians. We're not psychics. Some days, gosh, I wish I was, but I'm not. So reach out to whoever your sponsor is and ask for help and ask questions. And, don't ask questions that are just really basic about, hey, how do I get paid? Or, hey, whatever is in your startup documents. Ask actual advice and help. Some of the things you could be asking is that, hey, I'm struggling a little bit with, getting people enrolled. Do you mind taking a look and seeing how I present our opportunity and see if there's a tweak I can make? And so this is a super productive thing that you could be asking from them. And I'm sure they're not going to say no to that. Another thing you could be asking them is that, hey, I'm trying to have a bit more of a social media presence. Do you mind checking out my profile and see if there's any improvements I could make? Am I spamming too much? Am I doing the things the right way? Just ask for super constructive feedback because, this is how you grow and this is how you can work with your upline. Hey, Sherry, thanks for hopping on. And, for those of you who are already network marketing leaders on my call here, I know there's a few of you. A couple of tips for you. When somebody comes to you asking for things, don't hand them to them on a silver plate. Tell them how to find stuff. You could be saying that, hey, in your back office, in your resource library, under the business tab, there's this file, and make them go and find it. Because guess what? That's going to teach them how to find stuff, and that's going to teach them how to teach their future team members, which takes off some load of you so that 20% of time that you have available for your team, it's better spent with more productive things. So there you are, us as network marketing leaders, and if you're up and coming leader, if you only have two people on your team right now, congratulations, that's amazing. Your responsibility is to get your downline partners, distributors, to get them as independent as fast as possible. So the less you feed them things on a silver plate, here's a drink of water, please drink, help them find or tell them where to find things and be resourceful. And the more you do that, the more productive your team will be as well. So I hope that these tips were helpful for you. Give me a number 1 below if you found any value in this. Feel free to share this broadcast. There's a little share button on the left-hand side if you're on an iPhone. And if you're on an Android, I have no idea where your button is, but I'm sure you do. So anyway, thanks so much for hopping on. Feel free to subscribe to my broadcast so you know next time when I'm online. And I'm going to see you again soon. Thanks, guys, and happy Sunday.